Trinidad and Tobago in the red and black. Obviously, Jamaica in their traditional yellow and green. They'll be on the left-hand side of your screen. There's the line-out. The Rochelle Smith, Shanique Smith, they're always a handful. Lots of work from them regularly. Teresa Smith also. Jazz Rampton, I've seen her in the 7 circuit regularly. Phenomenal player. And then on the other side, Trinidad and Tobago. Keep an eye out for Afia Glasgow. Always dangerous. Nicolette Pantor, lots of experience. And the youngster, Carlina Phillip and Kathleen Stephen. Phenomenal talent, phenomenal speed on this Trinidad and Tobago team to match the Jamaicans. I've got with me on this one Kelsin, native of Trinidad and Tobago, a former national team player. What are your thoughts on the ladies' situation in this game coming up?
Thanks, Calvin. Well, this will be very interesting as the first time they'll be playing women 12, so we don't know what to expect, but we know Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica are bitter rivals in every sport in the Caribbean, and this rugby is no different.
Absolutely. Really excited to watch this one. Over the years, I've seen a few of these games, and they're always very tight. Phenomenal amount of talent on display from both countries. I'm sure you'll be able to give us the inside scoop on the Trinidad and Tobago ladies. Jamaica are going to have a crowd behind them. But if you look over in the background there, the Trinidad and Tobago boys under-19s team are going to be loud. They're going to be obnoxious. They're going to get behind their women's team. And I'm sure backing them all the way. Let's see if the Jamaican locals can match them in terms of voice. The music is pumping. We're going to get this game underway in just a few short seconds. So welcome to the first game of the Women's 12 competition. In here, the Mona Bowl. If you're in the neighborhood of Kingston, Jamaica, come down to the University, University of West Indies, Mona Bowl. Fantastic field, is holding up really well with the weather. Rained pretty heavy yesterday, but it looks good this morning. And they are underway. Jamaica kicking to Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago wanting to go straight at it. Down the middle. It's 12 aside, but it does allow the field to look still quite busy, like a 15s game. There's a lot of height advantage in this Trinidad and Tobago team. The George sisters primarily.
And as we see it, the route Trinidad and Tobago is taking here as a player just losing their feet. Trinidad and Tobago are going to try to use their size advantage here to truly bully this Jamaican team.
Absolutely. Keep an eye out for Shanique Smith. Really great kicker of the ball. Big hits in the middle there, going to ground. You see, there's not too many people entering the ruck. They're going to play tactical. Panther, always a threat. And there she goes. She split them. She steps the fullback. She hasn't got much more to go. I think she's going to get into the corner. Covering tackle coming. Does she roll dot down? The AR says yes. The referee says yes. Great start. Nicolette Panther, always a threat, Kelson.
And again, Nicolette Panther, the 7-star and part of the Panther clan, as everyone in the family plays rugby from dad all the way to younger brother. And again, she just showed her 7th guile there, just bobbing and weaving through the team there, but before rolling over the try line for the first points of the tournament.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff. Nicolette Panther, always a threat. Interesting, they're using it. Looks like they're going to use her at like the outside centre position. She's normally more of a key role at fly half, so interesting to see how they're going to take advantage of her skill set today.
And again, for a silky runner like Panther, she's going to try to be in the areas of the pitch where she can use her speed and agility. So playing 10 or 11, playing number 10 might be a little too claustrophobic for such a free runner. So they're going to give her a lot more free rein out on the edges.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, she usually plays at that key pivotal role when she's playing 7s, but 12 aside, she might be more useful outside if they can get it to her.
And again, Nicolette Panther, a police officer back in Trinidad and Tobago, member of the Guard and Emergency Branch. So again, dangerous on and off the pitch, Calvin.
Absolutely. So Smith to get Jamaica underway into safe Trinidad and Tobago hands.
And again, that's the captain, Leah Kintiba, defense force member here, a soldier back at Trinidad and Tobago.
Always makes good yards, always keeps pumping the legs. They're going to try and play quick, but they're away again. Oh, and she sized through again. Fullback struggling to deal with it, finally taken down hard to the ground. Working forward now.
And again, this is Devine's debutant for Trinidad and Tobago up from the sister Isle of Tobago. And Jamaica are just milking penalties out at this moment.
Yeah, I think Jamaica are a little bit shocked at that. They've got to come up with a response, otherwise this Trinidad and Tobago could start running rampant. Slow to contact that time. Support arrives quickly. Jamaica will come away with that one, holding onto the ball for a second too long. So Jamaica play quickly, taking it forward. The Trinidad and Tobago defence sitting, waiting for that attack to come. It's like a tumble dryer in there. Jamaica looking to go forward, and again that support arrives quite quickly. Big impact. They're working on the short side, but there's nowhere to go on this side, so they're going to work back across. Crossing, so that'll be a Trinidad and Tobago ball. Wow, frantic start, Kelson.
And again, great start, just as we expected. Great excitement and passion from these both teams here. And just a bit of leadership from the Jamaican team is what's needed to really take it home, as Aquila Bryan bumps into the first contact here. And again, Trinidad and Tobago doing very well to just maintain the ball at the moment, as the big police officer, Onella George, with the leg strap, charges through, taking 3 tacklers with her.
So they're going to work top side. That's Pantor going again. She's looking outside for Carlina Phillips on that top side. Got the dropsies.
And again, great defensive work by Jamaica. They're just stopping the potential TNT try.
Ladies, here, please. Here.
Go behind the mic.
Thank you. Ladies, here, please. Thank you. I want my son. I want her. Crouch.
So we've got a scrum here just inside the Jamaica 22.
Bind. Set. Hold.
Fabi, the referee, controlling that well, keeping a close eye on the scrum. Safety first, of course.
And again, we're going to see excitement from both teams as speed galore. No lack of it by these both teams out here, Gavin.
Yeah, no, the speed and strength of both of these teams, in my opinion, is always spectacular. There's always big collisions. There's always amazing speed, and it's just that combination that you see from these teams year after year after year. And now taking it to 12's format really makes it interesting.
And see, great tackling by Trinidad and Tobago, just bringing down the tackle with ease. But Jamaica always uses the direct route.
If Jamaica keep coming around this near side, Trinidad and Tobago are not folding round. There's an opportunity. That opportunity has gone begging. So they want to pick it up and work quickly.
Again, Jamaica spilled the ball there, trying to go through. The captain takes it up forward. That's Leah Kintiba. It takes a lot to take her down.
High tackle. So Trinidad and Tobago again trying to work quickly, and they allow it. Ooh, and lifted. Was that safe?
Turn off.
Just gonna have a quick look at that.
And again, it's super aggression. It's personal, Gavin. As you look at the replay there, the tackle coming in there by Jamaica. She lifts and scoops in the tackle there.
I think she'd have been okay. The Jamaican player would be fine legally if she'd have kept contact and kept wrap, but she'd let go of her, didn't allow her to go to ground with a wrap, so therefore she can have problems.
Tell me exactly where you hit.
Did you say something, John? Can she continue?
So just a short break here, just to make sure that the Trinidad and Tobago player is good after that very hard hit to the ground. She's up on her feet. She's okay. Maybe a little winded.
It's a scrum.
Okay, so they're going to go to a scrum. All good.
A forward pass.
We're just going to go with the forward pass.
Jamaica.
Jamaica taking their sweet time to come back to that scrum. Just having a chat, figuring out their tactics for the next couple of phases, I'm sure.
And Gavin, we got a lot of women on this team from the Mona Titans. Naomi Dodd, Moesha Bogle, Tiana Lewinson, all from the Mona Titans Rugby Club.
So some local ladies in this team. I'm sure they will have the crowd behind them. Massive push from Trinidad and Tobago. Great work. Working it wide. Looking to find some space over here. Phillips comes out wide. She's following as well. Big heavy contact to ground, releases well, gets up, makes extra yards. Great work from the Trinidad and Tobago number 4.
That's Danica Gordon, I believe.
Beautiful stuff. A nice step inside. Nice, nimble, agile play from such a tall lady. Really deceptive. And there's a contact again coming. Really tight to the edge of the ruck. And diving in from Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago going to work quickly again. They've done it. There's not much space between the player and that try line. Jamaica trying to hold them up. Referee saw something else.
On the line, please.
And again, advantage play in there, Gavin. But Jamaica have been perennially giving away these not releasing penalties, and surely a card should come soon.
Yep, just diving over, a little bit overzealous, a little nervous maybe. We're going to try again. Trinidad and Tobago this time met by Smith.
Again, Trinidad and Tobago tried to work the short side. Again, great defense by Jamaica there. Everyone trying to pinch the ball. And this time they are successful.
High tackle.
Lots of infringements here, this time the other way. So Jamaica can breathe again. Smith to kick out. A little bit low, but manages to get it there.
And again, great pressure relieving kick there. Just give Jamaica a bit of breathing room here. And again, this is the first match of the women's 12th tournament here at the UE Mona Bowl, Jamaica. So if you're in the area, Kingston, come on down. Admission is free, and you're viewing this on SportsMax and the SportsMax app.
Out.
So Jamaica will have this throw in.
2 out. Today.
Just directing a bit of traffic there, get them organised for this line out. Trinidad will want to get Afia Glasgow in the air to compete for this. And interrupts a little bit, but Jamaica look like they're going to come away with this one. Smith with the ball. Oh, and she chips over the back. She knows she's got speed out there, and there's an acre of space. Almost taken by Evans. Looks like a knock on there, but wow, great view ship from Smith's knock over the top, realizing that the winger was really pushed up far forward.
And again, we're going to see those a lot from Jamaica there. They're going to pop the ball over the top of the line and just use their gas on the outside to get behind Trinidad and Tobago's defense.
It was Lovell Evans that almost scooped that up for Jamaica. She's another speedster from the 7th Circuit.
Bind. Set. Hold.
Kathleen Stephen struggling to get the ball in for that one for Trinidad and Tobago at scrum half.
It's a bit difficult, Gavin, for the scrum half to pop the ball in when the scrum is not settled. So again, they will try their best to have the advantage, something that she seems to be aware of.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Fractionally better scrum this time. The 8 takes it. She's made some great yards, 10, 15 yards so far. Crosses into the Jamaica 50. It's turned into a maul. They've been going forward so far, finally to ground. And that'll go Jamaica's way for holding onto the ball.
Here, please.
And again, trying to make a hold a slender lead, Garvin. It's still anyone's match at 5 points to 0.
Smith, really comfortable kicking. Smith, she's one notch above in the kicking world in the Caribbean. I follow her on social media. She's constantly practicing, constantly working as a role model for other girls in the Caribbean and obviously in Jamaica. Helps looking after kids and teaching them sports. Spends a lot of time practicing her skill.
Again, great jump by Trinidad and Tobago. Afia Glasgow, but Kathleen Stephen just bundling the touch there. Jamaica really excited and fired up for this game, Gavin.
Absolutely, no, they've settled into it now. They look more comfortable. That first few minutes was frantic. It's just, let's get the adrenaline pumped up, and now we've got it out of our system. We're good to go. So we're on the Trinidad and Tobago 40. Put in for that line out was solid that time. Don't know if Jamaica came away with it.
Out.
Trinidad got it. They move forward. Good tackle. Took 3 to bring it down. And that'll be Trinidad, and they're playing fast. Kathleen Stephen working fast every single time, allowing her forwards to do the grunt work.
Again, Trinidad and Tobago seems to be the bully at the breakdowns at the moment, really just taking it in and just securing possession. Jamaica will get tired bodies after doing all that defending, and Trinidad and Tobago look to ship it out wide.
Didn't manage to scoop that one in. A wayward pass from Phillip. Tries for the counter up, but that's going to be a Jamaica ball. She's gone short side. She's gone on her own. She's isolated. She may lose that ball. Phillip just lost her foot. If she'd have kept her foot, she'd have taken that ball out cleanly. Evans, nice step. That's that 7 skill she's got.
Offside from what?
And again, Gavin, coming down to the last bits of this first half. Super energy from these both teams here. 5 points of difference, and Jamaica just going to run the clock down and get some yardage in the Trinidad and Tobago territory.
Absolutely. You can see that there's a fair amount of experience in these teams. Now, I've been watching some of these teams in this region for the last few years, and many of these ladies were in the youth teams and coming up into the sevens tournaments, and now here, and they look like mature rugby players. They've got the IQ now. The development has worked really well across, specifically these two countries, in my opinion.
1 minute, ladies.
And there's just skill sets, really interesting skill sets in all areas of the park. Gone for a little short chip kick there. I'm not sure what the plan was, but now you've got a front row forward running at a winger, and that's always going to be a mismatch. She manages to get the offload. That looks like Evans with ball in hand at the moment. She's got wrapped up by a couple of Trinidad and Tobago players, forcing her way to the line. She's got some support arriving. It's a maul, is knee to ground yet. Ball still seems to be live. They're trying to maul over the line. Ball finally to ground. Looks like it's Jamaica's. Took a little while to get it in hand there. Hands it away. Jamaica are really close to that line. And again, ball to ground. Looks like it's still in Jamaica's favour. Massive offside, massive error of Trinidad and Tobago right there. Will Smith look to kick? Nope, she wants to play. She wants 5 points.
And again, trying to go line him a little too tightly. If Jamaica can whip this out wide, Trinidad, they can't score.
Trinidad and Tobago don't look ready defensively. Jamaica have another bash at the line. A repetitive scenario here, but they feel like it's going to work. They're hoping it'll pay off. Looks like she's going to go top side. She's going the short side. Little bump. She's reaching. She looks like she's gotten over the line there from my view. Referee's got a better view than me. Try Jamaica. Could not see who was at the bottom of all of those bodies, but Jamaica are going to be 5 points to the better for it. Looks like Smith got across. She's the kicker, so that's 5-5. Phenomenal work from Jamaica.
Did you see something?
And again, the hard work paid off for Jamaica. They're rumbling over the line again. Multiple phases and a lot of ill discipline by Trinidad and Tobago, but Jamaica the better in that encounter there, and just pushing themselves over the line.
Smith does not make the kick, so it'll stay at 5-5. But frantic pace for this first half. We're going in for the halftime break. Phenomenal work from both of these teams. The pace I can't honestly keep up with. Ran out of breath at one point in that first half. Haven't even sat down in my chair yet, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal work from both teams. High pace, high entertainment. And that Jamaica team will be happy to come off at 5-5, I'm sure. We're going to go to break in just a few seconds. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. So welcome back. Now I've caught my breath, ladies and gentlemen. We can calmly review that first half. Absolutely frantic. The score's 5-5, but the entertainment is 10 out of 10. I'm very, very pleased with how this has gone. Just for entertainment purposes, if nothing else. I'm sure for the two team coaches and nations and supporters, it's a heart attack on a sleeve. So that was Pantor sidestepping, jinking, finding space as she always does. A good cover tackle coming from Jamaica, but not enough. Panther dots it down, makes it look easy, doesn't she? Kathleen Stevens, again, another one that from that 7th circuit, that 7th team, gets dumped down on this one, but phenomenal work, really impressive from the Trinidad and Tobago ladies. They really dominate the first few minutes of this game, but Jamaica slowly kept creeping back into it. That was Lovell Evans there, doing her thing. Worked well, but this was the factor for me. Trinidad Tobago, just a mistake there. I'm not sure what they were thinking of with that kick, but it just opened the door for Jamaica to get back into this game, and it was a very forward-dominated few minutes for Jamaica that did eventually lead to a try, but a lot of just old-fashioned 15s play where, you know, we're going to maul this up the last 10 yards of the field and use weight, speed, weight and strength to make yardage. Trinidad and Tobago did do plenty to slow them down, but not enough to stop the eventual dot down for, I believe, Smith, who missed the kick also. So it'll stay at 5-5 for now. And we're going to go
prepare for this first time women's 12s tournament.
It's quite tough coming out of COVID. People come from everywhere, having to do things logistically within 4 days. But once we've got here, got involved, it's been flowing quite well.
As head coach, Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica is always a grudge match in every sport.
Absolutely.
How do you manage the women to control their emotions and can play with the game plans?
We just have a game plan. It's pure and simple. The plan doesn't reflect just the first half. It goes into the second half, and our plans reflect what we need to do and not our opposition.
First time head coach of this first time women's 12 tournament. How has it been to prepare for such a tournament?
Honestly, the women have been incredible. They are very rugby smart. They've got a high rugby IQ. So it's just a matter of coaching them into the 15 sort of version of the game. We have a lot of experienced players on the team, so I think the preparation went quite well given the time constraints and the fact that we haven't played 15s in almost a decade in Trinidad and Tobago. So.
How was the challenge to ladies to switch codes from playing 7s to this 12 tournament in such a short space of time?
It's a difficult transition because, of course, 7s is a lot more space, a lot less players, and vice versa with 15s, a lot more players on the field. But as I said, the women have a lot of rugby IQ, so it's very easy once they understand the concept. And we have a game plan, a pattern that we play, and they, stay disciplined to that. They get it quite well, and it's showing on the field today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the ladies for both teams coming out in the next couple of minutes for the second half. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some viewpoint from Kelson, being from the local area. How are you seeing the development of the women's game in Trinidad and Tobago specifically? Obviously, the 7s has been phenomenal. The 12s is a great opportunity to give them something slightly different. What about the youth system? How is that working throughout the Trinidad right now?
Well, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a lot of schoolgirls rugby happening over the years. Stopped due to the COVID, but we had excellent competition, consistent competition, and the product from that is the winger number 4, Danique Ed Gordon, from Southern North Secondary School, is a product of that hard work and development over the years.
Fantastic, excellent stuff. And am I right in understanding that you've got obviously the majority of players coming from Trinidad rather than Tobago? I see that there is a Kiefer De Vignes. She's from the Tobago Rugby Football Club. Maybe she's the only one coming from that island?
Well, okay, Kiefer De Vignes from Tobago. It's difficult to travel between the two islands, so sometimes you can't get everyone at every session. So the challenge logistically is to get everyone in the same spot at the same time.
That makes sense. So there's more players from the Trinidad island. Okay, excellent. Well, we've got this second half underway. Trinidad and Tobago in your black and red, kicked off left to right. Jamaica in obviously traditional, massive contact in the middle there, forward on forward. These ladies are not backing down.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica is just pure energy, total energy.
I've been away from it for a couple of years with it, and I forgot the veracity at which it's played. And I get the impression this is probably across all sports, not just rugby.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago again and Jamaica are really bitter rivals in everything that they do, but it's love at the end of the day. They're just super competitive.
Yep, no, it's excellent. Smith chipping up there. Did that go out? Yes, it did. So that's going to be to Trinidad and Tobago.
And Smith on the national Jamaican team for 6 odd years, playing Lady Croc's debut in 2017 in Mexico. So she's been around a bit now, just leading from the front for Jamaica.
No, really skillful player, very strong. When she gets a little bit of space in front of her as well, she's no slouch. She can move.
It's the same lady as last time.
And again, the brutal game of rugby sometimes takes some victims at some point in time, as we can see, just Trinidad and Tobago athlete taking some attention from the medics. But again, it's a very physical encounter between these two teams here, Gavin.
Yeah, I think that was that last ruck phase before Smith kicked it out. There was a pretty heavy contact over the ball.
During the break, during this break and play, we can look at some of the people from the Jamaican lineup. Mel Anderson from the Streatham Croydon Club and Surrey County. You know, her debut was in the Rand tournament 2019. And again, we can see loads of Mona Titans players on this team here. Tiana Lewinson, as you said before, among others. We also have representation from the St. Catherine Lionesses. So you know they got great representation from these Jamaican clubs here.
Yeah, not just the local in Kingston, but further afield, all the way to the UK. Trinidad and Tobago now with ball in hand. There's Danger Woman. Pantor gives to Phillips. Phillips works outside. That covering tackle's always solid from Jamaica. Another big contact. Ball went backwards. Jamaica now in control. Knocked on.
Great rip there by Jamaica. Again, the more aggressive team coming out the second half here. And again, we can see that all the emotion, the passions, as we see referee in the middle, Fabiana De La Cruz from Mexico in the middle there taking charge, as we see the rip from the Jamaican number 2 there, and great work to really turn defense into attack.
Great to see Fabi in the middle again, all the way from Mexico. She's doing great things over in her native Mexico with rugby. Still plays a little bit as well.
Bind. It's okay?
And again, Garvin, today the set pieces will be vital for these teams here, as most of them never really played with such numbers in the scrum.
Absolutely. 6 in the scrum, 6 out of the scrum. So 6 forward, 6 backs.
And again, Gavin, this tournament is super important for the development of women 50-a-side rugby in the Caribbean, as we continue moving from 10 to 12s and eventually to 15s.
That's the plan. It's a great plan that's in place. Don't know who came up with it, but it seems to be working. We've done the 10s, we've done the 7s, done the 10s. Now we're at 12, and now Jamaica's broken through this line. Oh my word! An amazing run. Number 2, Jamaica offloads beautifully. Jamaica are going to surely dot it down. Oh, she kicked ahead. Trinidad and Tobago got that ball. That's Glasgow, and she's got wheels. Also a volleyball player. She's got the height, steps back inside, looks for support, works out again. looking for her. There's Panto now with the ball, but looking for her teammates. And now the forwards are ball in hand. Wow, don't know what happened there. I'd love to see a replay of what happened. I looked away from the screen for a second.
And the Jamaican player just spilled the ball over the try line there. Again, great pick up and go there by Jamaica. Great support play at Tobago, 6s and 7s at the back. But again, off the back door and just off the boot there of the player there. But again, advantage and smart play by Glasgow to pick and go and play to the whistle, which normally at any level of rugby, Gavin, they keep saying play to that whistle.
Absolutely. Smith must be upset with herself with that one. Couldn't get it down on the ground. This game for the second time is leaving me breathless. Amazing stuff.
And again, I would evenly match teams, Gavin. What's going to make the difference is mistakes from the two teams.
3, Jello, 3.
But the Jamaican play has the crowd fired up, Gavin. I can see the supporters in the crowd just cheering on their team.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a nice little crowd going on here now. Trinidad Tobago putting that line out in. Glasgow off the top. Stevens getting her forwards involved. Jamaica, good defence.
And as we expect, Jamaican players are super aggressive. As we see Kadira George, sister of the towering Monica and Onella George, is on the pitch. And again, these penalties for not releasing is starting to add up.
Yep, phenomenal sight when the George sisters work together.
And again, Tobago are crushing the ball, but the lack of support giving Jamaica the opportunity to go on the front foot.
Yeah, there's a few hands on hips already in this game. It's been frantic, so the speed of the game is maybe catching up with some of the players.
What are you feeling? You are feeling the ruck.
And again, players keep slowing the play down, sealing the play, Gavin, and it's up for the ref Fabian to really take a stamp and probably start showing some cards.
Yep, she's given them plenty of warnings. It's happening repetitively. Good kick from Panto. It's going to give Trinidad and Tobago a bit better position for the line out.
And again, exciting moment for women's rugby as we continue to develop these athletes for the greater 15-a-side game. And again, everyone watching at home is super excited to see more women's action in the region.
Absolutely, there's athleticism in all areas of the Caribbean. Phenomenal to watch them playing such an aggressive sport with speed and guile, and now with the skill set that's increasing year over year. Glasgow picks it off the top nicely. Panto with loads of space, but she's knocked it on. She's got to be frustrated with herself there. She had plenty of space. There was no pressure from Jamaica.
And again, sometimes, you see the play before you catch the ball. Coach Killer, taking the eyes off before the play even begins.
Wait a minute.
Quick change.
And they swap one 6-foot sister for the next. It's Onika George coming on for her sister Onella.
It's got to be demoralising for the Jamaica pack. Get rid of one, another one comes in at the same size.
9. Set.
And again, big shove by Tobago there.
Evans are moving forward. Suspicion of a high tackle. She's released the ball there. She's gotten up herself. There she goes again. She's working sideways. She steps inside. Looks for the pass, but it's gone over the top and out. Evans working well, but not managing to get the final pass accurate.
Black numbers.
And again, this
It's dangerous. It's really dangerous.
It's 10:30 in the morning, and it's sweltering hot here in Jamaica, Gavin. And so this heat is really draining these athletes here.
Yeah, it's nice. At least we're up in this crow's nest, a little bit of a breeze because we're higher up than everybody else, and I'm certainly enjoying it at the moment. But I'm sure the players aren't down there. Glasgow takes that, but this time it's not straight.
Who is the captain?
And again, we see lots of hands on hips, Gavin, at the moment there as fitness first tournament for some of these ladies for the year. So we're gonna have an issue with a bit of fitness, but again, that's what you take to get better. You need to keep pushing and pushing yourself.
Yeah, the training is the training, but there's no fitness that you can get better than actually playing the game. Game fitness, match day fitness is another level, and then they have to burst their lungs a little bit to get this right. As the tournament goes on, I'm sure they'll acclimatise.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Evans with the put-in. Jamaica managed to stabilise this scrum this time a little bit better against Trinidad.
Big shove by Jamaica there, good front work there, and again, super aggressive sprinting by Jamaica.
Pantor finally bringing her down just inside her own 50. This is going to be Jamaica's ball. She's gone quickly. Evans looking for a space. A lot of traffic there for her. Smith, she's looking for a gap. She manages to offload the ball somehow. They've reached the 22. Jamaica making good yards. Evans looking at the short side again, runs into traffic. She's not used to this many people on the field, I'm sure.
And again, Jamaica have the big overlap on the top half of the pitch there, if they can use it. Jamaica try to shuffle it wide there, tackled by Pantor. And again, great work by Jamaica. They try to get on the outside, but good covering tackle by Danica George.
Solid hands, solid passing there from Jamaica, and good cover tackles, Trinidad and Tobago. Real competition we've got on our hands here.
And again, this Jamaican team has a great mixture of local girls as well as girls from other countries, or other clubs, foreign I should say. And again, it's great to see that Jamaica Rugby has really put it together and bring these athletes out together.
So this will be a Trinidad and Tobago line out as Phillips steps off the park. Not sure who went in for it, didn't catch it.
Alex Lewis on the pitch.
Alex Lewis coming on, excellent.
Over the line, Mark. Thank you. Wait.
Oh, and a short one, like that. Took Jamaica by surprise. Trying to work it wide. The fresh legs of Alex Lewis gets hit hard, a little bit late. Kathleen Smith recovers the ball. Lewis gets up and assumes that scrum half position. Nice tackle. Jamaica really putting some pressure on Trinidad and Tobago.
And again, the ball is turned over. Jamaica on the offensive, about a meter short. Great work there before the counter up. Trinidad and Tobago, little numbers in the breakdown.
Hands are working hard to stop that Jamaica attack. Looking to work out and crashing over the line. Jamaica have taken over in this second half. The momentum started just at the end of the first. Now they've dotted down another one. And there's the local boys cheering them on. The local crowd enjoyed that one.
And again, great work by Jamaica there, just using the big bodies there. Great position in there, great work to drive. And Trinidad and Tobago defenders was too high to stop that barreling run.
Put it out.
So that takes Jamaica 10-5 up. Missed kick. So let's stay at 10-5.
And again, Gavin, that try came from the breakdown there. As you watch some jubilant, excited Trinidad athletes on the side.
Pantor kicking straight down the throat. Smith, like I said, if she gets a little bit of space in front of her, she can be dangerous.
And again, great clear out of the rock there. Excellent work by Jamaica. And again, they try to nip through the sides there, but great push.
Release back.
They do well in Jamaica creating those mini mauls that they get a few yards extra and then they recycle it and they're good to go again. Massive handoff there. She's gotten all the way to 20. Big tackle from Trinidad and Tobago right on the 22. Bodies thrown everywhere.
It's out.
And it's clean out.
And again, the tactics of pushing it wide is working for Jamaica. As we see wary legs by both teams there, mistakes and the creeping. As the coach for Jamaica, Horton Campbell, seems to be a bit concerned.
Yeah, I think he's enjoying this game as much as we are, to be honest.
Okay, wait. Go ahead. The number 4 is out? Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, quick substitution, Trinidad and Tobago. Pantor going for the kick. Don't know if that's going to reach. Smith couldn't manage to hold on to it. there's a replay of that tackle, massive tackle. Really good work and great to get to that point, breaking a couple of tackles and slicing through the defence to get there.
And again, Jamaica with the tears up, one try the better, but conversions weren't so good today by either team.
1 minute, 10 seconds.
Garvin, who do you think are our favourites coming into this tournament?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen the USA South ladies too much other than a quick training session yesterday. I think they always seem to be the go-to, but between these two teams right now, these two are phenomenal. I mean, I'm looking at St. Lucia, Dominican Republic are a little bit of a dark horse for me, but I'm thinking it's, for me, if I had to make a prediction, it would be USA South against one of these two in the final, from what I've seen so far.
And again, second time in the running, not straight by Trinidad and Tobago. And I think they tried that trick one too many times.
Yep, they figured it out now. It's only a trick when it's a surprise, right?
And again, Jamaica's scrum has been excellent over the progressing over the game so far.
Trinidad and Tobago medics on the sideline there. Trainer staff.
Crouch.
So we're going to get this one back underway here, right on the halfway line. A good push from Trinidad and Tobago. Without the restrictions like the under-19s boys of distance, they can push as far as they like, with it being adult rugby. Working outside, Lewis. Bodies thrown everywhere again. And there we have it. Jamaica win that one. 10-5. Phenomenal game. Left me breathless many moments throughout.
I think it was.
A great first game. That's the Rugby Americas North Women's 12s competition has gotten off to a great start. Very entertaining game from the ladies of Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. Jamaica had the edge. Trinidad and Tobago have got a lot of work to do, but they were equal in many areas to this strong Jamaica local team. Trinidad and Tobago started off maybe stronger in the first few minutes. Jamaica came good at the end of the first half and took and carried that into the second half. Smith here getting us underway. She's got some great skills with the boot. Always getting good height on her kickoffs. Didn't manage to get too many points on the board from a kicking perspective, but this was the try of the game so far for me. Nicolette Panther just carved it up. That's what she does well on the 7 circuit. Here in the 12, she finds just as much space, so keep an eye on her. Kathleen Stevens as well, similar, coming from the 7s. The Southerns group, it did become more of a forwards game, and when that started to happen, Jamaica started to take over. There was a mistake, in my opinion, on the kicking from Trinidad and Tobago to lead to Jamaica creeping back into this game. A couple of these sort of mauls that we've been seeing from Jamaica seem to do the trick. It absorbs a lot of defenders from Trinidad and Tobago. And after several phases, several sequences here, Jamaica managed to get themselves on the board, equal it up, and I think that was the turning point. That little mistake from Trinidad and Tobago earlier with the kick allowed Jamaican forwards to sort of get a stranglehold of the game, and that's when things started to open up for them. In the second half, Jamaica continued with that. An amazing run here. I can't believe this one didn't get dotted down. Just fumbled, and that was one of those breathless moments. 2 seconds later, it was up the other end of the park. But again, Jamaica were dominant in the forwards, and that was the difference for us. They just took their time, no white line fever, they took it easy, and then used their power and strength, got the right height, and darted over. Jamaica, at that stage, took the game, and they'll be happy for a first win out of the gate.
I'm Kelson Figueroa here with Trinidad and Tobago women's captain Leah Kintiba. Commensuration of the loss, Leah, but what went right and what went wrong for you all today?
Well, today we did everything that we were supposed to do. Attack, we work the pattern that coaches give us to work. But what we need to work on majority of the time is defense. And that will be going back to the scoreboard and come out hard for the next game.
And Trinidad and Tobago, again, this is the first time women's 12 will be playing it. How do you prepare for a tournament like this?
Working hard, executing it, doing what we're supposed to do at the end of the day, training, which is most important, and that's it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Leah.
No problem.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Figueroa here again with Shanique Smith, winning captain for Jamaica 12's team. Shanika, how good was this victory against Trinidad and Tobago?
We're at home, so we want to win everything. We're at yard, so we're playing hard. We're coming for the win.
How was it to prepare for a tournament like this with women come from all around the country and around the world for this tournament?
It was very hard because we're from different backgrounds, so we have to mesh all of them. So when we come in the camp, we start gel as a team, talking, knowing each other. So that helps us to where we are now.
Okay, thanks, Charlotte Shanique Smith.
Getting set to take on St. Lucia in the second women's 12s match of the day here at the UE Bowl in Kingston, Jamaica. Should be a great contest between these two sides. USA losing in the finals in 2019. Let's take a look at the lineups for USA. You've got Sam Black, Rachel Bradley, Cindy Campbell was one of the players to watch, Gabby Calasurdo, Kristen Coolston, T. Fletcher, Haley Foreman, Kiki Jordan, Trinidad and Tobago. Maria, must be exciting for these athletes to wear their nation's colors.
Absolutely it is, Brian.